Yeah, the audio is back, and I believe you guys too. You are hearing me loud and clear at home. Yeah, let me go back to what I was talking about before the audio started going up and down. It's about nothing but medication. Medication have been one of the gray area. I don't know the reason why it's like that, because it's still something that is very paramount to even to the new carers that just comes in. The information getting to me is that people are making loads of mistakes. And why people are making loads of mistakes is what I really don't know. That is in administering medication and also completing your march out. But somebody was telling me that it's because of training, probably. But I believe the training given when you guys will arrive, they are more than enough to equip you to do your job. And somebody are not really focusing, probably. They are not far away from being right. Because I wouldn't know after training why somebody will continue to make that kind of mistakes. And even with real support from your organization, from your agency, people still make these mistakes. The reason why, I wouldn't know. But that is why I said, okay, as usual, with my bits and pieces program, maybe I should continue to help to support you guys. Yeah, what do I want to talk about today? What I want to talk about today is not that much. It's just the basic steps. And if you're able to grab that basic steps, I don't see why you should continue making mistakes. I don't want to go into the full details of medication training. I want a situation whereby, okay, aside from maybe from the legislation that actually guided you in administering medication. Yeah, I can go on and on, but that is not where I'm going, because it's just like pumping your head with lots of regulations. And the policies and procedures of your organization, that one is very, very important. Very, very important. Because your organization policies and procedures will need to guide you. Provided, okay, what are the do's and don'ts of my organization? What do I need to be doing or what I shouldn't be doing? Like, there are organizations that, I think I've gone through this topic before, but for people who are just coming for the first time on my program, I'll just brief it for you. So those people who just want to, there are some organizations that actually deal with controlled drugs to some extent. They administer controlled drugs, but there are some that don't at all. They don't even touch it at all. And there are some that the likes of warfarin. There are some that will not even touch warfarin at all, but there are some organizations that will touch warfarin. And I've seen organizations that will never touch anything outside blister pack. That is medication in that box. They will never touch it. Anything outside that one, they will never touch it. All those species medication, they will never touch it. And I've seen some that, okay, the two, they do it together. So you have to ask your organization, what are my boundaries? I believe during your induction, during your training demo, ought to have educate you about what are the policies and procedures. And it's your responsibility to ask for all those policies and procedures, to support you, to guide you on what to do. You don't just sit back or to think that, okay, I've been trained. There are certain things that you still need to know. It is that policies and procedures that will guide you. So I'm not going to that direction today. Where I'm going to is just about what the steps you should need to take or that you should look for when you are administering medication. There is, I know that people talk about different things. They talk about different ways that you can administer medication. But if you are able, I repeat, if you are able to grab all these steps, you won't have any problem. You won't have any problem at all. And what are the steps that I'm talking about? The steps I'm talking about is the step that I called the 7 R's. Immediately I mentioned the R's. I believe some of you must have known what I'm talking about, because these are some of the important things in medication administration. So I will be guiding you today I always tell my carer and people who that I know very well in this field, I always tell them that if they are able to know these 7 steps very well, there won't be any issue for them. There won't be any issue. They will not need to struggle all around. They will not need to be running up and down if they are able to grab those seven steps. And if you look on the screen, you will see what I'm talking about. Because so far you have the medication that you are going to administer in what we call a mass shot. Follow these steps and you will never miss your way. They said you write service users. You just take the mass shot. Okay, this mass shot that I'm using, does it belong to the right person? You are not Mr. A and you have B mass shot with you. You have the accurate, the actual mass shot that should be with you. That is what you have with you. Then you check the name, you check the address, you check the date of birth. Everything actually correlates to what should be. That is number one, you take it. The second one is that to make sure that it's the right medication. Check the medication on that pack and check the medication you have in front of you. Are they the same? Yeah, I know that around blister pack, a lot of people make mistake because you just have a lot of medication in a box and you don't know which one. The instruction, everything is that pack. Just open the back and then they remove the pack. The shape, the color, everything is there to explain everything to you. It's just very straightforward, very simple things to know. Just pick it out, check, okay, this is this, the name of the medication is there, this is the name, this name, this name. Yeah, the name actually correct with what you have on my chart. But if it is not correct, it's your responsibility to alert your office. Something is not right here. I'm having a wrong mass chart. I'm having a wrong mass chart or I'm in a wrong place. Either of the two. So far you have that one in your hand. Then jump to the only one. Is it the right dose? Because let me be frank with you. We are all human beings. We are bound, everybody bound to make mistake, one way or the other. When the level of this field that we're working in the health industry, when a GP prescribed medication, giving it to what's name, the pharmacy to dispense, and for you now to administer or to support with or to assist or to prompt your clients, they expect you. They are human beings. There's possibility they will make mistake, especially the pharmacist. You might have, maybe the doctor said in your mass chart is 5 milligrams, but they might deliver 50 milligrams. It's you are the one that's going to administer the medication. You need to pick it up. If you fail to pick it up, the blame is coming down to you, not the pharmacist. It's your responsibility to pick it up. You don't know what? I think I'm going to overdose somebody here. It's supposed to be 5 milligrams and I'm having 50 milligrams. Then, or you then check from your office, maybe it was your office that made a mistake on your mass chart, and everybody will be able to correct things at the right time. But don't just overlook it. Don't just say, okay, this mass chart, this medication belongs to somebody, then I can just use it. It's the same medication, the same name, all those stuff, but check all these steps. If you are able to check all these steps correctly, I promise you, and I bet you, you won't make any mistakes. Everything will just go well for you. Everything will just go perfectly well for you. So when you say that it's the right dose, okay, am I going to administer this medication along the right road? Right road, most of you domiciliary care, you know what I mean? You always say, okay, either orally. Yeah, that is when you take with water, you give them water to take through their mouth. That is what called oral. And then if it is topical, that is the cream. You then give them the water, you apply the cream to wherever that is. Maybe they have sore or they have red sign. Yeah, that is what you do. That's what you do. That's what you do. So you make sure that, okay, you it's the right route. And another thing is that it's the right time. Make sure that you don't, because sometimes you see people, especially when it is blister pack, somebody will just pop evening medication for AM. Why that? I wouldn't know. Why that? I wouldn't know. Yeah, I can say it. Why they're doing that? I wouldn't know. They pop evening medication for morning and sometimes morning medication for evening. Then people have to be running up and down, calling the doctor, okay, what can we do, or can we continue, what do we do? Because you have to declare every error that you make in medication. You just have to declare it. You just have to make sure that the medication you're administering, you administer them at the right time. And there are other clients, maybe diabetes client, that they need you. They need you to administer their medication as early as possible. You know, when they go to bed, their blood sugar level just go down. So, and then in the morning they have to, okay, you are not involved with insulin. That is, I know 9 out of 7 or 8 out of 10 domiciliary care provider is only the district nurses that comes down, or even they themselves or their family that do it for them. So yours is just to go there at the right time, give them their food at the right time, and then give them the other medication at the right time. You don't just walk into somebody weight. Diabetes about 11, 12 o'clock. I don't think you want to be in that kind of category if you are in their shoe. Always put yourself in the shoe of others, so you'll be able to do what you don't want others to do, so you will not be able to not do to others too. So that is that. You also make sure that it is the right documentation. That is where I'm going. Right documentation. That is the area I'm going. You will see people, they will put it on communication record sheet, on their report sheet, that okay, I administer all the medication, but when you check the marshal, nothing will be there. And you just be looking at yourself, why? Are you fighting with the marshal, or there are issues with marshal? I don't know the reason. People just find it so difficult. There's nothing in it. It's just a date with your whatever, a square all around from 1st to 31st. Some of you are using monthly marshal, and there are some that are just using weekly marshal, just from Monday to Sunday. What do we need to do? AM, everything is already there. AM, lunch time, tea time, bedtime. Just put it there under that date, your initial, just so, end of story, boom. You don't have to stress yourself, you don't have to be running up and down. Just do the right thing, so simple to do. Yeah, you guys might be saying that it's so simple to do, because imagine just you as an adult, you go to the hospital. I was trying to give the same example last time, and you're given a medication. If you're not making a mistake to administer your own medication, why are you going to make mistake administering someone else's medication? I bet you it's not about training anymore. It's about your mind. It's about your mind. Because if you have mind in what you are doing, there is all possibility that you won't make that mistake. Because if you are able to take, okay, they gave you 6, 4, 5 medication, and you are able to take the one you need to take in the morning, the one you need to take in the afternoon, you are able to take in the afternoon. Tea time, bedtime, the same thing. But when you go out there to do the same thing for your client, how come you made that mistakes? I wouldn't know. But as I said, it's either you are not facing, because that is not training. Another thing that is getting to me is that some of you just about the hour, how to just quickly come down a pop out and run to another clients, and then just to make up the hour. But always remember, making up the hour and also making time to make up the prison, because prison is just beside it, very close to it. I'm not trying to scare anybody. I'm not trying to take this job as safe. There are lots of issues. There are issues. Because some of the one of those areas that you could kill somebody is to administer medication wrongly. It could be fatal. It could be fatal. Then that is when you decided all those certain pounds you are running up and down to grab, did they really want it? Do they really want it for you to be running up and down because of that little amount of money? Because they won't take you to anything. I always tell people, my carers, people around me, you don't know what? I would rather spend the whole hour in one place and be happy that when I leave that place, when I receive telephone call, I won't be thinking about where I just left. No. I'll be thinking about, okay, they called me for something else. But a lot of you immediately call you, you started feeling Did they call me because of this? Did they call me because of this? Have I made a mistake? But if you are confident of yourself, you know you've done a very good job. How do you know that you've done a very good job? When you know that, okay, when you need to administer medication, you administer it and you document it the way you need to document it. You double check when you need to double check, and you leave. It's not that you leave, you rush in, you rush out. Lots of you don't even log out because you are rushing in all around just to make up the hour. Yes, we all need the money, but always take a step back and analyze it very well. Analyze it very well, because if you don't analyze it very well, and then you're running up and down to get the money, and you cause yourself an issue, because you are just opening a trap for yourself by not doing a very good job here, and then going to the other side. Imagine you go to a client's house, you just give them medication, you don't even write anything on marshal, and you left. And someone else come, maybe a family member, and they check the marshal, and they realize that nothing is there, and then they have to give them another one. That is overdose. So all those things that you guys think that, okay, it's fun, it's not fun. This is a job. This is a job, especially you guys that are just working. I knew that. I don't know how you guys get money to come down, but just find a way to make sure you do a very good job. It's nice me talking to you this way. Yeah, it's very nice. But where it's not nice is when you got yourself into trouble. You can't lie your way out of this. Because that is, I knew a lot of you, that is your mentality, just to believe that, okay, you can, when I tell them this, when I tell them this. By the time you get yourself into this trouble, you'll be saying the truth and you'll be thinking you are lying. You'll be giving them your full name and you'll be thinking that you are giving them your grandma's name. I bet you. There is no way, there is no hidden place. There is no hidden place. This is not a joke at all. This is real. This is very, very real. I've seen a lot of people that have got themselves into trouble. I knew what it is. So you guys should just make sure to do the right thing. Just do it. You are not spending the whole year. If you are able to do your job very well, it will become a routine. You don't need to be. You do very job here. You know what you have to do, and when you do it, you get out. You go to another client. So by the time it's a step by step that you're doing your job, you just be making sure that you don't realize that everything is becoming sort of no more work. It now becomes sort of like you're having fun. Though, yeah, the job should not be fun. That's what they call it for. But you can make a job to be fun. I'll be frank with you. Working in this way just like a fun to me. I just don't know the reason why. Number one, I learn my trade very well. I listen. There are another problem that we have is this. That is another problem. The another problem we have is that we don't listen. I listen. I grew up within my trade, and I know my trade very well. So when people are talking to me, I know what they are saying. I need to listen to whom I need to listen to. I talk when I need to talk, and I shut up when I need to shut up. I just wish some of my colleagues who can just do that. I'm not saying you have to be like Murphy or Joe. No, you have to be yourself, but don't get yourself into trouble. Don't get yourself into trouble. So the documentation area, that is why we usually have problem. We usually have problem around that documentation area. People always run away from marshal. They always run away from marshal, and a lot of people don't really get it. That was when I was telling you guys last time that, okay, you were not there. Like a client cancel their call yesterday, okay, evening call yesterday, and they need to administer medication. The client will not fill the marshal for you. You go there the following day, just put whatever the code and then write the notes at the back. Okay, this is this. The call was cancelled. But when you ask people, why didn't one of you that went there the following day, or that go there the following day, why didn't you just put it there? So I didn't go there, it's not my job, I do everything. But when problem comes in, before you realize that, before you can even defend yourself, it's not something, okay, why didn't they just call you? Why didn't you do that? No. They raise a concern straight away. And that concerns will come from contract down, run up and down. You've already wasted almost the whole day answering that one. Something that you could have just put a code and then right at the back. That's the end of story. But people don't do that. But people just prefer to think that, okay, this job is just like, I don't know how to put it, that family kind of a thing. It's not family, it's a job. You are being paid for it. You have a legal obligation to follow certain rules. And if you are not, that'll be a problem. And the little documentation that you guys need to fill, you're not even completing the documentation. I know that you guys are just looking at me as this guy is being serious tonight. I'm somewhat serious. Because it's not a joke. It's not a joke. This is real. It's a job. Because you could make or mark somebody's life by attending to them wrongly. These people, you were the one, they did not drag you from your house. You are the one that said, okay, you want to be a carer. And if you want to be a carer, you have to do the right thing. And by doing the right thing is by making sure that your clients or service user, your patient, they're satisfied with your service. When they are not satisfied, so what's the sense of you going there? I don't know. So that is the last one that I want to talk about is your service user or your client or whoever you call them, they have the right to refuse their medication. Yeah, they have the right to refuse their medication. I've said this in on and on and on and on. But I will continue to become, instead of to come holistically with what is medication training, I'll be coming in batch by batch. But if you're able to know all these 7, just go to your clients, take their marsh out, check their name. Does their name tally with what you have? Date of birth, does it tally with what you have? If it is yes, then check the medication that you have there. If the medication is all right with what you have for your marsh out, that is go on. Check the, what's name? Check the dose. The dosage is all right. If it is all right, fantastic. You know that it's the route that you normally get is oral. If it is oral, yeah, you know. If it is, you know, you know, tell somebody to swallow a cream. But I don't know. Some people might some people might do that because recently we've got loads of different kind of carers around. The news that is getting to me is that we have loads of different carers that you will not even think that what they are doing, they will ever, somebody with brain will ever do such a thing. But that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. They bring you guys in order to alleviate the pressure within the system, but indirectly, to some extent, there are those of you that are very, very good, very, very good. They were here to do their job. Even this is not what they plan for their career, but they're doing a very good job. But there are those of you out there who just think that it's all about money. But I promise you, it's just a matter of time before you get caught. Just a matter of time. Just a little time that remains before you get caught. So before I round up, I just want to show you guys this. From this weekend, I'll be talking about a lot of things online. Yeah, most of things online. A lot of people always say that there are a lot of trash online. Yeah, is everything online trash? So I will be getting into online. I will see whether there are no good things. But I've seen a lot of facts that are, even if there is anything beyond 100%, I will give them 100%. So that's why I named that program Fact 100%. Those things that, okay, when you get online could help you. A lot of people are doing very good jobs online. So I want to be bringing all those points into our household. Let's talk about, most especially about women and women. So whether we are lying, whether they are lying or it's a fact, I'll be making my own judgment, and I believe you guys too should make your own judgment. So this program will start this weekend. Just meet me there. So let me go back to my medication this advice. So I just want you to do this. This job is very, very easy. What do? You wake up in the morning. Yeah, I'm not saying it's easy to do because you guys are trying. Waking up in your movie early in the morning, go to your clients, jumping from one nurse to another house is not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing. I get it. You are doing a great job. But what is a great job? A top job you are doing that at the end of the day you're dragging yourself into Bamura, or I say Bamura, what is the name of this thing? in Southeast London. You driving yourself into prison bit by bit. What's a great job? You can't wake up in the morning to go and find problem. In the morning, you're selling the money, and then you only wake up to go and look for trouble. Rather go back home and just sleep. Don't just wake up. Pray to God over that night and God, do whatever I'm gonna do the following day that will cause me trouble. Don't allow me to wake up, because it's not a sharp play. It's not a sharp play. I don't always want people to be in mess, but a lot of mess you guys have caused your organization. It's not little. It's not little. The little time you guys just arrived, some of you have caused your organization a lot of hazards that it will take the grace for them to get out of. Yeah? Just for what? Yeah, they bring you down. But bring you down to come and do a job. Find a way to do a good job, not to cause an issue. But that is what we everybody, most organizations that I speak to, most people that I know in this field, that is what they've been saying. That's what they've been saying. It's not, yeah, there may be a bit of difference here and there. There are some that are very bad. There are some that are just bad. And there are some that are even worse. And there are some that, okay, they're good. They're good. And there are some that, okay, they are good and they continue to improve. So you have to define where you belong. You have to define where you belong. So make sure, as I said, let me go over it again. Make sure that you check the name. It's very simple. I always say, just hold the mashat. Hold the mashat, and then check the name. If the name, I don't want to cite an example. So I knew somebody who made the same mistake. Yeah. It's not somebody that is so far, somebody very close to me that made a mistake. That kind of mistake. Not checking the mashat. And there is one thing that we usually assume. Assumption could kill. You assume this medication belongs to this person. You assume these are our regular medication. You assume what happened yesterday, even what happened last 2 minutes, 3 minutes, or no, let's say 30 minutes or an hour, or 3 hours or 2 hours that you went for AM call, and then by the time you go back, don't assume that the same thing still remains the same. That's what I always tell my career. The right thing that you need to do when you walk into your client's house, you need to check the documentation. What and what? Your communication record sheet and your support plan. Because something must have changed. Somebody will leave you an instruction. So imagine you've already carried out your job before you check your communication record sheet, and then you realize that, wow, they said I shouldn't give medication anymore, and you've already administered the medication because you didn't check what you're supposed to check. Find yourself in a mess. You see them start cooking all these lies. No, it won't take you out. Don't assume about anything. It has to be about fact, 100%. Check. Is it correct? 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 Is the name correct with the name of the client's IM? Is the medication correct with tally with whether yes? Is the dosage correct with whether yes? Is the time correct? Am I administering this thing in the morning or supposed to be in the afternoon? Am I administering in the afternoon or it's supposed to be tea time? Am I administering in tea time? Is it correct? So is the right documentation? Am I filling that documentation? Immediately you complete your immediately you even give somebody medication, go to mashat, complete your mashat. Then it is when you finish all your jobs that you complete your your report sheet. But you realize that mashat will be blank, while report sheet is going to be administered medication. I don't want to digress into another topic. Probably maybe next week that's what I'm going to talk about. Because I've been talking about this and people are still not getting it. People using just wrong support that given to their clients. You administer medication, you say you prompt. You prompt medication, you say you administer. You're causing yourself a lot of issues. You could put yourself in a real mess. You assist somebody, you are saying you administer medication. If you don't know the difference, go and learn. I think and I believe it's because we do not listen. We don't usually follow I believe all these things must have been, they will have taught you all these things when you're doing medication administration or medication training. They will have taught you. This is different, this is different, this is different. So I will not go for, I'll be stopping tonight. And I hope you guys will enjoy me. I'm really sorry for what happened today, but things will happen. It's just a bit of glitches around the audio. But I believe the little I'm able to dish out today, tonight, you've been able to grab it with two hands. Then until weekend again, as I said, because I'm having another program from next. No. This is the. I'm having another program from this weekend. And I hope you guys will join me. And I'll be expecting you to be there. Until then, my people, my colleagues on the field, don't do what I wouldn't do. Make sure you do the right thing. See you next week. Bye.